All right, YouTube, this is the Mike and Josh show. We are doing Webesode number 14. We getting up there. I'm about getting on two hands, and I'd have to work on my toes. But my special guest today and my co-host, Mathew Williams. Either way, he's a guitar man. He's been in bands, and he's been around. He loves music, and he's here for the local music talent series that we got going on. I've heard him in a couple places, and I like his music, like his playing. Why don't you introduce yourself there?
Well, hi.
Hi.
Nice to be here.
He's not from Fitzgerald, but you live in Ocilla, right?
Yeah, I've lived in Ocilla for about 4 years now.
4 years, the big old town of Ocilla.
Right. We got a new water tower.
I didn't even see that.
It's right next to the plant.
How about that? But we're having fun in the studio. We've been sitting here chit-chatting while he's tuning up and everything. And, we're just going to ask him some questions and let him get to playing some music. And if you're listening to us on YouTube, you know what the URL is. But it's www.youtube.com/The Mike and Josh Show. You can also catch us on Facebook at facebook.com/The Mike and Josh Show. Matt's also got a Facebook page. It's facebook.com/Mathew Williams. He's got pictures and stuff up there. He likes to jump off of amps, and I've seen a picture up there. So
It's something fun I like to do.
Yeah, he just likes to jump and play guitar. We had Double Running here not too long ago, and he kind of takes a page out of your book, except he jumped in a rocking chair.
Jumped in a rocking chair.
Jumped in and pulled it off.
I'd like to see that.
I think they said they got video on it. It seems like y'all guitar players, y'all like to play in the wildest positions sometimes.
Well, I think it just comes with our roots. They're not really well tied down.
But we got the YouTube. Do you got a YouTube channel or?
Yeah, I'm in the process. It's called Mathew Rocks.
Yeah.
Right now, you can check that out. It's only got a few on it. I've been trying to figure out how to kind of do what you're doing here with the webisodes. Just all the music that I've ever done in every band in the past 12 years or so. I was going to try to bring some of it back that I could by myself. That's not easy, and I sure don't want to take away from the credits of the memories that I've had with any of the members or anything. I want them to remember too. If they hear it, I want them to like it.
Reminisce.
Yeah, I don't
rock out. But so how long have you actually been in music and playing? I know you told me earlier most of your life, but
a good 20 years, man. Yeah. The first year I did a battle of bands on our square in Moultrie, Georgia. That's where I was raised up at. Yeah. I was actually born in Massachusetts. How I ended up here, I was 2, so this is home. I mean,
well, usually the thing is it's either family or
I think that's what it was.
I think that's the number one family. Just
my mother followed her sister down here, and now her sister's in Arizona. Go figure.
And y'all ain't going to Arizona.
It's too dry. I like it where there's water.
You started out young, teaching yourself guitar and everything, and you said you really like rock and roll. Like, what are some of your influences?
Well, it started with stuff like on the guitar, like Nirvana and Metallica. I learned the easy stuff first. Nothing else matters. Come As You Are.
Yeah, I'm a Metallica fan too.
Little one-finger deals and stuff, and things started making sense. Then all of a sudden, I was able to learn songs a lot easier. I guess it's because I could hear the notes. And
you play by ear.
It started with being able to tune my own guitar. A lot of people, I didn't have an electric tuner. I had a pitch pipe. Yeah. And you either hear that note or you don't.
Yeah. No, that ain't me.
But after
I actually got a thing on my iPod now that like we was talking about my daughter. My daughter is trying to learn how to play guitar, and she's got one, and I've got a thing on my iPod that you can actually tune your guitar through your iPod.
They got a pedal just like this one I use right here.
Yeah.
You put your iPad in it.
Them things do
and
everything.
It's the same price as what we paid for this one 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you got to buy what, 1,000? I don't know how much an iPad is. What, $500?
Yeah,
give or
iPod,
take.
yeah, anywhere from like I think 4 to 8.
And then you got to spend the money on the apps to have the effects in your iPod. Then you got to be able to put it in your $500 pedal. That's like, wait a minute now, this ain't fair. Every time I make $500, y'all find a way to get the $500. And I really owe it to my father, man, because Daddy's made it more than ever possible for me to make music. I ain't ashamed to say it because he knows I'm raising a family of 3, and it brings me great joy to tell people that my daddy made that possible. So you ever see Thomas Rudd and you know who he is, give him a hug. Tell him Matt told you to do it.
Now somebody's gonna go on the street and be like,
"Yeah, I know." He's gonna
what the hell are you doing? Yeah. Well, I heard on the Mike and Josh show you saying that.
He'll understand.
You're gonna cause somebody to get hit. No.
But I was raised in a family divided, whereas usually it's football teams, you know, Gators in Florida and Georgia. For us, it was music. Dad liked Hank Williams Jr. and Gene Autry and Loretta Lynn and a lot of bluegrass roots. I can't even tell you all of them because I'm slightly ignorant to music as much as I know. I can't claim to know everything.
Yeah.
But Mom was the exact opposite. Dad bought her almost every Beatle album ever manufactured.
Oh, yeah.
Somewhere they're locked away, and I hope they get signed off to me someday because I would treasure them. I know quite a few songs from them. And stuff like that, and Ted Nugent.
Oh, yeah.
So I got the best of both worlds.
Cat scratch fever.
But as far as my looks now, I look like I ought to be in a metal band, and I just want to make it publicly known. You can't judge a book by its cover, because every place I go, and I mean, it don't matter if it's musicians, venue owners, managers, promoters, they take a look at you and they think they know you from Adam's House Cat right away.
Yeah.
And I want to play all kind of music. If they see my name on the billboard, they know that they're going to get probably more than one song that they like from more than one genre.
Oh yeah, yeah. And that's and that's what me, or when me and Josh started. Josh can't be. He's not been with us for the couple last 4 Webesodes. Man, he got a new job, and you know, if you got a job around here, you got to hold on to it.
I've had mine 10 years, and I'm glad. Thank you, Forest River.
So,
this one goes out to y'all.
I always say that, you know, Valentine's was coming around, and I think his girlfriend was hinting around. I think he had to go to MDI, the best paying job there is right now. You know, and Josh, I miss you. You need to come back, and we're having a lot of fun, but make sure you buy Brooke a ring.
All that hard work better pay off, son.
But but you know, the one thing, the motto of this whole thing, and it's kind of what you were saying, you know, if we can come together in music, we can come together as a community, no matter where you're from, because I'll say 9 times out of 10, a lot of people listen to across the board music, not just one thing. You know, like me and you're different. We like the same kind of music, but I'm more country. I'm more Southern rock. You're probably more, like you said, Metallica, Nirvana, you know, more stuff.
That's
like
where
that.
my roots are, but
Yeah.
man, you almost can't tell where my roots are if you see me play somewhere by myself.
But that's good, because you're not just limited to that one thing.
You can't be.
No,
because if I had only played rock and roll, I don't think Georgia would like me too much. I mean, just no respect. It's kind of like, you don't say you don't like football around here, you're not going to have any friends.
I really don't like football. I like football. I don't watch it. But my thing is, I'd rather be out there smashing somebody's face than sitting up in the stands and watching it.
I found that I like just about any sport if you're actually at the event. To watch sports on TV is just not my thing.
It takes away.
But yet, I could watch fishing. I don't understand why I would like to watch fishing on TV. I've asked myself, why do you like that? I don't know.
They catch a lot more fish than you do when you're actually getting out there.
Yeah, I think they put the camera on for 6 hours and
that?
they take all the bad stuff out, and there's lots of it, trust me.
I throw a pole in the water and I get like little menace. Cut bait. I'll cut the bait and try to throw them out again. But I grew up in Florida. I've actually been here for 20 years, but I grew up in Florida where, it's saltwater fishing. So you throw a pole out there, you're going to get something big.
I've always wanted to do that.
Yeah. Redfish. I'm talking about.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
You just can't judge a book by its cover. I mean, like me, I'm right now I'm kind of preppy dressed, but I'm tattooed out. And not too many people know that. They will now, but not too many people know that. I mean, I'm all over. And in the line of business that I'm in, if I was actually sleeved out and everything, they'd go, "What the freak? This is a freak. What is he doing?" So,
well, see, that's me. If I cut my hair tomorrow and went into some of these places looking for business, I bet you it'd be a little more different.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have said more different. That don't sound right, but it would be different. I can, and yet I refuse to change.
That's what it's supposed to be.
My ponytail's a lot thinner now than it was, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But to me, it represents all that I've been through.
Yeah.
It would tell a story.
Well, as I tell anybody, and I've told you before, stay who you are, because it goes through in your music and it goes through in life. If you're genuine and real, people will pick up on that every time. Once they open the door and open that book, they'll see there's more to the man than just a ponytail and a beard. Yeah. So.
That's what I like about Facebook.
Yeah.
They get to see your happiness and your gripes.
And the drama. There's a lot of Facebook drama.
Yes, there is. I'm not the one to start it. I mean, I'm not. But I did, do a little rant when my dog got run over back in October.
Oh, man.
It cost me $1,000.
Man.
And she still limps. She'll never be the same. Poor Bonnie.
I had a dog that got hit by my school bus. Not mine, but my daughter's, because the buses fly down the dirt road like it's NASCAR. Nobody wants to do nothing about it. Of course, now I live in the country, and yes, I understand it should have been tied up, but he's a big Great Dane.
That's why it was my fault.
Yeah.
But a Great Dane, you could have tried. Yeah. I mean, that's like hitting a deer almost.
Yeah. So, but man, but I'll tell you what, with your influences and you said you come from a divided family, and I've just heard you play more rock. I hadn't never heard you country. I know you said you were in the Andes, the Big Andes.
Big Andes Talent Contest.
Big Andes Talent Contest.
I want to go national, y'all.
But I think you said you had sung a country song.
I sung Brad Paisley, actually.
Which one was that?
I sung Everything to Me.
Yeah.
I thought I did pretty good, but I was a little nervous. And the guitars weren't working through the PA. And rather than whine about it, I did like everybody else, because it was only fair.
Yeah.
Because there was only one other person that had a guitar. And there was no response, or not too much, and everybody's like, yeah, that's pretty good, no wild faces or nothing. And then a Big Andy said, I understand you do original material. I was like, yes, sir, I've been writing for so many years, I think that's what I said. And he's like, well, I want you to do one. I was like, oh, now this means I've got 15 seconds to come up with a song out of about 30 songs.
Yeah.
And I just
flipped through the file.
I popped one in real quick in my mental CD player, and when it got through, everybody's eyes were like 3 centimeters wider than they were, after the first song. So I think what helped me out this weekend as far as placement, and this is for all you talent people that's in it, stick with what makes you feel right. Because as much as I like the Brad Paisley song, it wasn't me. And they're looking for what you are.
Yeah.
Is that right?
That's right.
And if I don't win this thing, it's because I just told you that.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be somebody else out there that finds that who they are is really where they need to be.
Yeah.
And when their hands are all tight and they're hitting that note and their face is all tensed up like this, they'll know that they did it, and they'll probably be at the top next time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
always, if you're singing, put your heart and soul into it and be who you are. Because don't try to please, just because somebody looks like their country, don't sing country. If you want to belt out some Barry Manilow, I mean, do it, because they're not looking for the song; they're looking for the voice,
artist,
the voice. Yeah,
and I think that would be the show. It's tough. I really want to meet Steven Tyler. That would be really cool, but The Voice sounded like a pretty cool show. I've never watched any of those shows. Everybody said, "Did you see what was on American Idol?" No. No. For one, there's that jealousy factor. They need to come up with that TV show.
Yeah.
Instead of the X Factor.
Oh, yeah.
The guy that thinks he could probably win but ain't got the, cojones to get up there and do it. That's me.
Yeah.
So here it is 5 years down the road, and I'm doing it. You know why? Because it was 8 blocks from the house. That was the initial reason why I did it. And now I'm actually doing something halfway decent in it, and it's helping me out with getting more attention.
Yeah.
And I think that's the main reason why I started singing. Yeah, check once, attention. Yeah, check. Yeah, it's good stuff.
That's better than starting fires, I guess.
Yeah. It's legal.
Yeah. But playing in bands and stuff like that, what are some of the craziest moments? I mean, what on stage moments? Because I've actually asked this question to everybody, and I've worded it different. I want like your on stage moment, and then like your crazy fan moment.
All right. Well.
And as I say, don't hold back. This is on YouTube soon.
There was a show. Down Threat was actually an original band that I was playing in for 2 years, from 2009 to the end of 2011, and we disbanded it in November just because of the lack of people that were really supporting it. And look, I've got some wonderful fans, but I don't expect those fans to have to be able to make every show. But when you put on a show and you promote it for a month and you get 30 people at it, you get this little tick in your head. What are you doing? And then after you do that for 6 months, you realize it ain't just me. There's a combination of things, choice of media for the area or whatever. It just wasn't kicking. And as bad as the band was, we go down to Tallahassee and it was great. This one moment, I was at Floyd's and we were opening up for Smile Empty Soul, I think it was. Man, we just busted out. I think it was like our second song or something. And I'm jumping around and I'm playing this guitar. I'm one of those guys, you wouldn't think I'd be able to do what I do when I'm playing these guitar solos, because I'm pretty close to the CD that we had. And I jumped up onto the drum riser and lost my balance and fell into the drums. And Mark had to catch a cymbal while still playing. Listen, there wasn't a note missed in all this. But yet, somehow, $100 drum mic got broke. Man, we had to pay it out. I mean, and we didn't make $75 for the show. No. So, I mean, it took band merch material fund money and stuff to pay for it. I think I paid for it out of my wallet at first. And then the band said, "No, we're going to give you that money back." I said, "Well, it's just the way it goes." Yeah. But it seemed like 3 out of the 4 or 5 shows in a row we played at Floyd's, we just get so excited. Either I would have a bruise from a bass headstock hitting me in the head from spinning. Jeremy, one time, he threw his guitar up in the air, and it looked so planned. But really, he was just angry because the song was supposed to be over.
Just roll with it, I guess.
We was playing with we had a special guest singer for the song, and we did a couple extra times over, and nobody else in the band noticed but him, and he was so upset he just threw that thing, and it looked like it was planned. Then the song ended as the guitar was falling.
What about any fans happen to run up on stage or throw something? Or
well, fans, I don't know. Most of my fans are more or less friends.
Yeah.
Maybe I might have some followers, but not too many crazy women.
Yeah.
Not too many of that.
I guess it's just the country folks, because Double Run, they had somebody doing the head bob and another guy's
yeah, you.
Yeah. So, maybe us country folk are just crazy.
I ain't gonna say. I just can honestly say, as my opinion. I mean, Y'all can think that's because I'm married to my lovely wife, Dorothy, or not. I mean, my wife's pretty open-minded. If she seen some pretty girl come up and kiss me on the cheek, she would have a smile up until she was probably 16 back in.
Yeah.
Then she might be a little bullheaded about it. Yeah. But otherwise, it would make her happy because she would see the smile that it put on my face. Because, I mean, that's the small little things you get from it. You know, pecks on the cheek, I guess.
Kind of.
But that don't happen too often.
That means it also means, you know, maybe that woman or whoever like that.
I do got some friends that are they're good friends. I've known them since I was young, and I used to chase them before I got married.
Yeah.
And now, if I go sing, they want to sing.
Yeah.
Sasha, if you are listening on the internet, this is for you.
Shout out.
We want to see you, but we don't want to hear you.
Oh, no.
I love you, sweetheart. You better know I'm just picking. If she gets this, I'm so going to get cussed out.
Might have a comment or two on our page.
She laughingly knows that she says she can't sing, but she loves to sing. And I'll let her sing.
Yeah.
Because she's a good friend.
Yeah, that's how a lot of people love music. So, you know, and a lot of people drive in their car and just yell it out in their car.
That's me.
Yeah, that's me. Listen, my family, which my oldest daughter will sing with me now, but if we go on like a 6-hour drive, I'm singing the whole way. So they're like, "Shut up." Yeah.
You ever heard of a band called August Burns Red?
No.
It's a Christian death metal band.
Yeah.
I mean, just the most brutal sound. I'll let you listen to it after we do the interview. But if you guys, any of y'all metal fans out there listening to this, check out them. August Burns Red. A friend of mine, Thomas, turned me on to them.
Now we back when I was probably about 13 years old, we went to Sunfest in Orlando, and they had a metal band. And this was back before all the Christian contemporary and Christian rock and stuff. I guess I wasn't really a fan of it then, but apparently it just come out.
Yeah.
And and they started doing that heavy metal, and stuff like that, and it was Christian stuff.
Yeah. They're quoting the Bible, some of these bands.
And our
there.
youth pastor walked out. And so we walked out behind him. We didn't know why he was walking out. But later on in life, I got to listen to it now. And I guess just because they didn't know about it, you know,
it probably shocked them.
Yeah. So.
It still sounds, it's so demonic sounding.
Yeah.
It almost defeats the purpose of, it don't defeat the purpose because, I mean, if you're preaching, you're preaching, I guess. But
well, there's different types of preaching. Why can't there be different types of music?
I can't scream like that. I just can't. I mean, I could do maybe one song, but it hurts, and some folks can. I can't.
Not me. I tried it. I ripped my voice out.
Yeah, that's me.
My voice box would like fly out of my mouth or something. You know. Well, let's get a song going. You know, we've talked a little bit and.
Talked a bunch, man.
Yeah,
we got 24 minutes on this thing.
We're actually doing pretty good.
Well, we got off to a good start at the beginning.
You could be my my co-host. Step in for the next webisode.
You know what? I might just do that.
Yeah,
it's pretty close.
We've got.
Think Josh would mind?
Nah, he's right now. Let's see. It's he's throwing plastic around, so he don't care right now.
I had a few friends that came over to Forest River for MDI, so I've heard that's
the only thing I know is they
it's
go
a long
in,
black train.
They go in looking like us and they come out like raccoons. So.
Black. There is nothing blacker than MDI.
Yeah, so
that's their motto, I think.
Nothing blacker than MDI.
Yeah.
Do they have respirators or something? I mean, it seems like if you're black on the outside.
You have to, man. You have to, because I've heard the stories.
They'd come out.
I remember back when there was this one guy that ran the paint shop, and he didn't wear any Vaseline around his eyes or nothing. He'd come in there, and he said, "This ain't nothing compared to MDI." And I mean, he was covered. His shoes were like 3 inches thick in black paint from painting these frames out at work. And he said, "There ain't nothing compared to MDI."
Dang.
I said, "Man, I don't want nothing to do with it."
Well, I think they put all their newbies in. They call it the black room. So I think they put all their newbies in the black room. So Josh is probably right in there.
I worked at a place called Grund Audio Design in Omaha, Nebraska after I graduated in 97. and it's the same thing. It was called the dip room, and the front of your speakers, you know, they had this dip, is what it was, bro. I don't know where this stuff come from. Why didn't they just use black spray paint? I think he said it was good for the environment. This stuff is horrible. Yeah. I mean, you put it in and you spray it out of like a bug sprayer.
Dang.
And it's a stain. But man, everything you touch, it turns black and it stinks like dead animals.
Oh, but it's good for the environment.
It's
Yeah. All you green people out there, listen here, y'all's green stuff stink. No, it don't. I'm all for the green, but you know, we're making a joke here. Of course, you know, well, I don't drive them anymore, but I had a big Ford F-150, you know, so I wasn't real green at all then. But I got an S10 now, so that's a little bit greener.
A little bit better.
A little bit better. Well, let's hear one of your songs, and all right, here's Mathew Williams with one of his songs. We're gonna hear it live on YouTube on the Mike and Josh Show. All right, that was Mathew Williams here on the Mike and Josh Show. Was that who was that? Was that Aerosmith? I knew it. Yeah. What was the name of that song?
I think it's Home Sweet Home.
Home Sweet Home. See, I like Aerosmith. Last Child. So I like Aerosmith, but I don't know all the titles to the songs. My favorite is Dream On. I love some Dream On. Yeah, he sings that one way up there though. I know you said that you had played so much and sung so much over the weekend, it like killed your voice.
Yes. Yeah, I sang back up for Mike Little at Shooters this past Friday night, and man, he had he had a really good turnout. He's been staying in Macon, but me and him, the first band I was ever in was a band called Charnel House, and me and him, we practiced in my bedroom for like 3 weeks, and he stayed at my house, and I got him in his first band, and he never forgot it, and now he rides a bus to Moultrie to come do a show, and he gets to see his son.
Yeah,
and I think that's the coolest thing, because he's out there, he's kind of on the road a little bit,
Yeah.
you know, and it's pretty neat. And he called me up, and I brought everything I had.
yeah. Was it go all out with your balls out?
Yeah, that's right. And it's something about him. You know, some of his best music is his original work. He sings a lot of really good tunes that everybody knows. Even the people, they seem to remember his tunes that he was writing way back when I was in Strange Nation. He was in Deja Vu, and we do concerts together at people's houses and all kind of stuff. And people still to this day, you see him singing it. Rose in the garden, so pretty and so bright. You go, Mike Little, all the way to Macon, baby.
Man, that's another thing that we talked about. You know, as far as playing it, you know, if you're going to play anywhere, it don't matter if it's a packed out house or a birthday party in the backyard. Go all out.
Go all out, man. Give it all you got. It ain't about what you got. You know, you can have the smallest amount of gear. If you know and you're confident and you know how to get it out, just do it, and everything else will come out in perspective.
You said something about him writing songs. You write songs yourself, your own material.
Yeah.
What are your inspirations for some of your songs? I mean, is it like just one thing or an accumulation of
Most
things?
of it's just hard life.
Yeah.
And you know, ironically, is most of the people that know me, I didn't really have that hard of a life, but I can already see. I see other people's lives. I see their decisions. I see my own decisions, because I mean, it seemed like I didn't have much of a hard life until after, you know, I grew up and had kids and realized, you know, damn, this is really what it's about.
Yeah.
Yeah. I worked all day and I still can't afford to get bread and diapers.
Yeah.
It wasn't that bad, you know. I like I said, I was a lucky one. You know, the river picked me up. You know, pretty much ever since my boys was born, I've had a steady job. I just, I guess the hardest part is I beat myself up a lot about knowing what I'm capable of, and I chose to raise a family here in South Georgia, and I keep saying, "Don't bite me on the butt, y'all come on," and it's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll.
Yeah.
I've got some awesome friends that I call fans that, you know, they'll support me in anything I do.
That's if you have a good bass like that, it's always good as far as musically and.
But but if you was playing in a rock band in Jacksonville, I mean, you know, you're still crossing the line.
Yeah.
Nobody knows me in Jacksonville, so I did have some fans that went all the way to Jacksonville one time.
But hopefully, if you play there, they'll remember you.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah. And so if you're from Jacksonville, you know, plug this man, Mathew Williams. You know.
Yeah.
Get some gigs over in Jacksonville, baby.
We tried to open up for Chevelle last year in Jacksonville.
Yeah. But along with your writing and stuff, you know, what as far as one of your favorite songs that you play, what is your go-to song? I mean, what's just one that you a lot of the shows maybe that you play that song and that's your favorite song, or that song has some kind of sentimental value, or you just like to rock out hard with that song? I mean,
it's really not my most rockin'est song, but one of my oldest original tunes, and I've presented it to every band I've ever played in. It's kind of went with me in every band, and there's even been some disputes in the past, and I'll make it public now. When I was in Strange Nation, I presented this song to them, and we recorded it in the studio. And as a group, we copyrighted the material. And to this day, I still don't know whose name everything is on it. So I've always been scared to work with this material.
yeah.
But truthfully, I mean, I wrote this song in a basement when I worked in Omaha, Nebraska in 1997. Ain't nobody in Georgia ever been in that basement but me.
No.
Ain't nobody's words but mine. And, I mean, anybody can sing this song in any key, you know. So I guess it's one of the reasons why I continue to play it, no matter how much some folks kind of wished I wouldn't.
Yeah.
They would rather it be their legacy too, and I refuse to let it just be their legacy. It's going
Part
with
of you.
me. It's gonna die with me.
Yeah.
And like to all the songs that I've had in Down Threat, I didn't write every single one. I didn't write every single lyric. But you can bet your sweet butt, as honest as I am, if you're the inspiree to a line, I'm gonna put your name on the paper.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be sure to mention if I play a song or not, because most of the songs that I wrote were when I was in a band and influenced by what we were playing at the time. This interview is like the beginning of my solo career as a solo artist, and I can't tell you what the next song is going to be.
Yeah.
I've been working on a couple, but I've got 20 years worth right now.
Yeah, well, hey,
So
I seen your book over there. It looks pretty thick.
I got one about that thick with originals. That's all everybody else's stuff.
Oh, so you got one about an inch thick.
ASCAP would love to get hold of that book. They'd probably want to hire me.
Wow.
I need a job, ASCAP. Y'all give me a call.
MathewWilliams.com, Facebook. Plug. Oh, well, you said this is, wanting to be the kind of start of your solo career. What, in your mind, I know you're a hard-working man, you got a family, you're in a small town. I'm the same way, because family comes first. You got to raise your kids, you got to
They sacrifice too much
Yeah.
already, because I about fall asleep 10 minutes after getting home from work.
Yeah.
Just because it's quiet. They're good kids. And I get to fall asleep. And then Friday, it's the exact opposite. I'm all coffeeed out,
Yeah.
loading the car up. I love you, hugs, kisses. All right, I got to go. And that's at 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And they
Yeah.
don't see me till, 11, 12 o'clock that morning,
Yeah.
if I can get up that early. Because I don't get home till 4.
Yeah.
They miss a lot of weekends.
Mm.
This month coming up, it's February, yes.
Yeah.
17th, my twin boys are turning 12, and I don't have any gigs, and there will not be one, except
That's right.
for the talent show.
Yeah.
But see, that's kind of a treat. They actually get to leave the house and go with me.
Yeah. And Andy's got a lot of stuff for kids out there. I've seen some
Yes.
pictures. You got some rides.
We was playing bean bags.
Beanbags.
Man, they got some great produce there.
Yeah, you were
I've-
telling me. I said
I've
you
bought-
eating the,
I haven't bought that much produce simply because I'd have spent $25 at Walmart for the amount of produce that I got from Big Andy's. Y'all, if you go, you better go hungry. They got a good trailer out there that does great food. And
yeah, I was actually supposed to be out there filming y'all singing, and I had some family stuff come up, and I got, you said something about trying to put some stuff on YouTube. I've got this, I know y'all can't see it, but I've got an RCA. It's called a Small Wonder, and I don't know how old this thing is, but this thing, it's got a it's like the flip cameras that come out, and I don't know if this was like one of the first models, but this thing is awesome, and I bought it for like $7. It was like I bought it from Brother Roland. He does Sunday here at WDMG. Man, it's awesome. It's got you can put a tripod and you can sit there and like I could
Does it
actually,
do videos?
Yeah, do videos. It's
Sweet.
awesome. So anybody out there that's a musician and stuff, if you're doing stuff in your house and you're just like jamming out and you want to put some just jam stuff on YouTube.
I've been trying it so hard
This
with
is
my
awesome.
webcam, man, on my computer, but it's all slow. And then the microphone on that thing it's like. So, I mean, you couldn't hear nothing the first go-around with me trying to figure out how to do everything. I'm hoping an interface will help me out with some recording, but I got a new microphone. I got to get in gear. It's
Yeah.
really hard at the house. It's not music-oriented.
No.
There's an old woman living with us. So my mother-in-law, she's 68, smokes like a freight train, but we love her. And
I love you, Mom.
yeah, like one of the songs I wrote was called Wash Away, and it was one of those weeks I was laid off a couple of years back. Every other week I was laid off, and so a friend of mine loaned me this big 32-track recorder, digital, and I'm sitting there messing with these chords, and this song sounding really good, and you hear Nanny, "Stop that, Nathan, quit, stop that." That's my little 5-year-old. And I was like, oh, he said, I'll just wash away. Thought like Cal gonna take me away. And I ended up writing a song called Wash Away. And it was one of our better songs, I think.
How about that?
It's a little slower, but
That's a story behind the song, if y'all ever hear it.
might do that song for y'all.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I'll also record the next song you play, and I'll show you. We'll put it up on YouTube. And Mike and Josh show, that will be YouTube-only content. You'll have to go on YouTube and watch it, because I will not put it on Facebook, but I will put the link up.
Yes.
And I'll have the links for Mathew stuff.
Make sure you tag me, bruh.
Yeah.
I like the blue letters better.
The blue letters?
Yeah.
You got the blue letters?
Somebody asked me, how do you do that? I was like, I think it's because I'm going through Google or something.
I don't know. I've seen it, but I don't.
You can't do it off your phone or anything.
Yeah.
But for some reason, my desktop will.
Is it the Google Chrome?
Google Chrome, I think that's what it does.
I use that at my work, so
I noticed that's what helps me. If you notice, I don't misspell hardly anything online.
Yeah,
it's because the Google Chrome will spell it for
awesome.
you. If you got Windows Explorer, you're like, oh crap, I can't spell anymore. So try Google.
Google
Man,
Chrome.
I'm going to get all kind of plugs on all these.
Yeah,
companies.
listen here. You can sponsor us, Google. That's www.facebook. The Mike and Josh Show and Matt Williams. Let's. The question I was going to ask you. See, this is why me and you we're doing pretty good as far as talking.
Hey, you have to edit some out.
Yeah, but where do you see yourself in the next 5-10 years?
Playing music. I don't know if I'm going to be playing in front of 2 people, 20 people, 200 people, or 2,000 a night. I don't know. If I can't walk, I'll play in my wheelchair. You know, if something bad happens and I lose a finger, I'm going to play slide.
Heck yeah.
I mean, I already know how to play some, so I've been practicing on that just in case, because, man, you just don't know what the world's going to kick at you.
Yeah. Just music.
I've done some really cool stuff, for being a local guy. I've been referred to as a local legend. That's cool. That's an honor.
Yeah.
Since I've had other friends be mad because they call him a legend. I'm like, bro, you are. My first band was you. You can't be mad for being a legend. You can't. I refuse. And you know who I'm talking about, Mr. Cochran. If you like rock, go check out lowcast.com.
Lowcast.
They write all their own music. They're coming out with their second album this year. I'm going to plug them. Traverser's coming out with an album. These are all bands that I played with on stage this past year that have touched my heart. Traverser and Lowcast. And I got 1 or 2 more. If I come to them, we'll edit them in.
Yeah, we'll do
but
that.
Those 2 are definite. Shallow Side, they came to Fitzgerald.
Shallow Side.
I
did hear that name somewhere.
Man, you want to talk about a great band, and Fitzgerald had no clue.
Now, was that Shallow Side? Was that the one from Pensacola?
No, they're from Alabama.
Alabama. I know I seen one on your webpage, on your Facebook
Pensacola is the Helvetica Effect.
Yeah.
That night, I was so upset, man, because we drove all the way to Pensacola to make $30.
And that's 6.5 hours.
We made $30 to split 4 ways.
Good Lord.
And after I was so mad, and I shook my fist at the sky, and me and God we had our little talk, and I cried for about 30 minutes, because, I mean, seriously, y'all, me and the drummer had gotten a little fuss after the show and everything. I was upset. Went in there, and I met this band called the Helvetica Effect, and it was a 3-piece version of what we were doing, and I just manned up, and I'll tell you, if you're ever in Pensacola, you got to hear that band, especially if you're a fan of me, because those guys are legends down there like I am. They are so screaming their name at the top of their lungs, and they've even won some local awards down there. So
I got family that live in Pensacola. It's a small town called Milton, Florida. Before you hit the Pensacola Bridge, you pass the last exit to go to
I know what you're talking about. I drove right by it.
Yeah. And you go on that big, long bridge to go into Pensacola.
We played at the place called the Handlebar.
I've been there.
Yeah, it's a really old building.
Yeah.
And, I mean, the crowd was decent. It's just small, and with 3 or 4 bands on the bill. I mean, and Tallahassee's a great venue if you want to go out and play. but you're not even going to make your gas money home because of the way it's set up. They got to have 4 or 5 bands in there, and after you split up $200 made at the door,
yeah,
you know, it's just tough, and it hurt. It's hurt every band I know on the internet that I've met or done work with. Venues, I know that times are tough, and y'all ain't making much money, but y'all got to think, man. Try to make it where they got to have more songs, and they play a little longer, earn their money,
right,
and pay their way at least out of town, because that's disappointing. You know, it's one thing you can't buy, you know, a Huddle Burger or something after a long show, but it's got to be rough. You ain't got no day job, and then you turn around and you made $7 to your name to get home, and or even the next town, and who knows how far that is.
Yeah, that, you know, if you're gonna play music and you're gonna get on the road, it's a long, as you said, a long, hard road.
Down through it ran out of gas money, bro.
Yeah,
I mean, just we took our $100 in the band fund, and we said, look, y'all, we love each other, and we never said we wouldn't ever play another show.
Yeah,
Lane Roslin wanted us to play the State Theater at the Mardi Gras this year, and we had told him, I said, look, you're going to have to provide sound. You got $30,000 worth of equipment in there. You know, I got the perfect guy to run it. I'll pick him up.
yeah.
I never heard nothing back. I think he found out we was broke up. half the state still don't know we broke up.
Man.
And I mean, you know, it was Thanksgiving. We said, we appreciate everybody, you know. But.
Well, sometimes, as they say, you got to do what you got to do. You know, and maybe later on, you know, you'll get back together and kick ass. You know.
I just hope my buddy Mark, he's moving in May. And I've been making music with him for 15, 16, 17 years, close to it. We graduated high school, same class together. We were in band together till they kicked me out. They kicked me out because I didn't have insurance, not because I couldn't play.
Yeah.
Anyhow, he's moving in May to South Carolina, Myrtle Beach, I think.
Yeah.
And he's got a good job opportunity there, working with his father. He's got numerous businesses, and he's got 2 kids.
Yeah.
And I know he's going to have another one because he's like me. He loves youngins.
Loves youngins. Or
the only friend I've ever had that bought my children a bed.
Yeah.
That guy right there. I'm going to miss him. Mark Bracken, everybody.
That's a friend right there.
Yep, definitely.
Well, we're 49 minutes into it, and we're having a good time, man.
Yeah, we are.
And I want to hear some more music.
I do too.
We're getting deep up in here.
I know it. This next song is dedicated to my longtime friend Mark Bracken. He helped me write some of the lyrics to this song. It's called Be All You Can Be. Tried to tell you at least a dozen times you don't have to live your life in a cage. But as the hours pass on and time quickly walks by, you find yourself stuck on the same page. The times have changed now, and I've realized I moved on. And for you now I feel afraid. Be all ears open to hear me. For one second, can you feel me? I'm living what I've learned. Put my arms out just to reach you. Don't let this hard life beat you. You'll find your page will turn. Is it hard for you to feel? I know that pain inside is real.
Does it hurt too much to see? I want you to be all you can be. Relationships are gone but not forgotten. I wish I'd had the chance to say goodbye, but looking back now, I'm not sure if I would change it, because of the way I've changed my life. Well, I just wish that you would have listened, learn the lessons that I've learned. The times have changed now and I finally moved on. And for me that page is burned. Do your ears open to hear me? For 1 second can you feel me? I'm living what I've learned. Just to reach you, don't let this hard life beat you. You'll find that page will burn. But is it hard for you to feel? Pain inside, I know it's real. Does it hurt too much to see? I want you to be all you can be. Be your ears open to hear me. For 1 second, can you feel me? Living what I've learned. My arms out just to reach you. Don't let this hard life beat you. You find that page will turn. Hard for you to feel. Know that pain inside is real. Does it hurt too much to see? I want you to be all you can be.
All right, that was Mathew Williams.
Want to do one more?
Yeah, let's do another one.
If this gets into it, I was telling you about a song I wrote in the bedroom when my mother-in-law was yelling at my 5-year-old son. Well, he's 5 now. He was like 3 then. And she was like, "No, Nathan." And I'm sitting here trying to record a song, and it's like, "No, stop." And you hear him going tap, 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 tap. And you hear him going, "No, stop." And I'm like, "No, just wash away." And then this is how it started. Sands of time are blowing over the land. If I am not knowing, how can I understand? If I'm not wandering, how will I learn the way? If I'm not laying down, how can I sleep? Feels as though the dirt is moving, but all I know is my soul is not removing. If I had the chance, I'd tell everybody to get away. All I know is I've got nothing left to say. For my sins I know I will always have to pay. I just wish that this all would wash away, wash away, wash away, take me away. Frustrations are hanging on your infinity, as all I see is exactly what's in front of me. I'm giving in and lashing out at all I feel. Is my dream a fake, or is it real? Waves of death keep crashing all around me. I need a boat so I can keep myself from drowning. I never thought I'd ever find myself estranged. All I know is I want it all to wash away, wash away, wash away, take me away.
All right, that's the YouTube only content. I'm recording on my RCA Small Wonder, and Matthew's going to find out what this baby can do.
And for anybody out there that's following me on Facebook, if you notice that, you'll see it say solo yet never alone. Well, there's two meanings to that. For one, more than likely, I'm going to have special guests at my thing, because there's always somebody out there that picks or sings that I trust will do a decent job, and we'll have a good time doing so. But even if I am alone, I'm still never alone, because the Lord's been behind me from the get-go, even when I didn't believe enough.
Amen.
So that's where
I'm with you on that. Nothing on this earth would be possible if it wasn't for the Lord.
I'm telling you, man. I've raised a family.
I've raised a family of 3 and a mother-in-law for the past few years, and none of us have ever done without. I mean, that don't mean I hadn't whined, moaned, and cried about not having enough money or not being able to take the kids somewhere or something, but I mean, truthfully, we've always had what we needed. And sometimes we just needed to be our butts at the house.
Yeah. Amen to that, too. We're going to let Matthew, he's going to do another song, and you can catch him on his Facebook at www.facebook.com/Matthew Williams. And you will also have the links up on the Mike and Josh Show page. That's facebook.com/The Mike and Josh Show. You can also catch all the YouTube action on youtube.com, The Mike and Josh Show. So, if you're digging what Matthew's doing, you can follow him on Facebook. Me and Josh, we have a Twitter account, but we've kind of lost it. So
Me too.
Yeah.
My Twitter done tweeted.
Yeah. I always say I'm twiddling my tweeter. But I ain't twiddling my tweeter no more.
I'm doing the Google Plus thing too. You can find me there, Mathew Williams. All right, I'm going to piddle around with a new one. It's actually an old one that I wrote 10 years ago. And I'm pulling it out because it never got introduced anywhere. This is fresh meat for any of you Matt Williams fans out there. I think I'll just call it The South.
So
I sang it for, I had a Brittany Ellen Bazemore. She's actually in the talent show too. She was like top 5, I think.
Oh.
And just got to thinking about it. My wife's like, you gotta play The South. I don't even know if I can remember the words. But since I got through over half of it, I think I'm gonna try to pick it out for you.
So this is a Mike and Josh first, huh?
This is a Mike and Josh original. Might never ever be aired again. This might go in the gold standard.
Yeah.
All right, let's see how this works. Sitting in my bedroom, trying to buy some time, looking for freedom. Oh, is there a sign? But I am, well, I am not alone. Gotta have a fan to deal with all the pain. Gotta have some light, always to gain. Oh, this town will make you lose your brain. So you better keep your nose clean, son, or they'll put you in the ground. 'Cause the South's always better, and the nights they're never cold. I said the South keeps getting better. It's the place that I wanna grow. At the Mike and Josh show, telling y'all what's up. Hope y'all get me all on the up, 'cause I just wanna give it up. 'Cause the South's always better, and the nights they're never cold. I'd say the South keeps getting better, and these towns they never grow. I'd say the South keeps getting better, and the nights they're never cold. I said the South keeps getting better. It's the place that I wanna grow.
That's what I'm talking about.
I even threw some Mike and Josh. I told you it was going to be exclusive.
That's right. We got our own little lyric there now.
I really appreciate y'all having us out, man, and appreciate you being a part of the talent show. Maybe we can make people realize that
Yeah.
there's stuff going on.
There's a lot more going on, especially around your local areas. No matter where you hear the sound of my voice, if you just open your eyes and look, it's there.
Since this is going out public, y'all, if you ever need any entertainment, I mean, come on, I even do the Christmas parties at Forest River every year. I mean, that's the only gift I can give to those folks after working with them so long. But, y'all could pay me for that. But anyhow, I'm looking for work. I got a family. I'll sing. If you got a specific song in mind and you give me a few weeks, I'll learn it. Look me up. You know, somebody tell the White Horse to call me. I mean, 'cause
So what song you gonna play for us next?
one of my older originals. Released it with Strange Nation. Man, I was a young buck back then. With working with Michael Longstreet, Marshall Thompson. We were a trio rock band. But we sounded, they couldn't tell if we wanted to be rock or metal. The producer's like, well, what do y'all want to do? And they're like, we want to just do this. And they were like, no, that ain't enough. And I mean, we even had scouts that scouted out for Creed and all kind of stuff looking and just, you know, I guess we just didn't make it.
Nah.
But had a lot of fun in that band. Some really great memories. Some of us, some of my biggest fans, one of them passed away last year. His name was Newberry. I think about him a lot when I sing this song. He was one of the first people I hung out with after I had wrote it, Come Back Home. See if any of y'all fans out there have ever heard this song. It's a song called The Way It Had to Be. Work 14 hours every day, and I'm still waiting on my raise, trying to make things go my way. Only I'm the one that pays, living off from Omaha, where they say life is good. But I'll tell you now one thing more, it's not the way it should. It's not the way you planned it. It's not the way it should be. It's not the way you planned it, no, no. It's the way it has to be. It's the way it has to be. Sleeping on top of a concrete floor, using my soul for a pillow. It don't hurt now anymore. My self-conscience is starting to wither. It's not the way you planned it. It's not the way it should be. It's not the way you planned it, no, no. It's the way has to be. It's not the way you planned it. It's not the way it should be. It's not the way you planned it. No, no, it's the way it has to be. It's the way it has to be. It's the way it has to be.
All right. Well, I'm loving this music,
I've
man.
been singing that song for 20 years almost, and it seems like, no, at least 15, because it was 97 when I wrote that, I think. It was either late 97 or winter 98. I remember writing the song and being excited about writing it, and then you could hear Mama and it was my future wife at the time go, "Turn that down! We can't hear our Jeopardy!"
No.
I kid you not. I kid you not. I mean, it was loud. You know, it was my basement.
This is the Mike and Josh show, and we've been rocking out with Mathew Williams, and he's been giving us he gave us a cover and a couple of his original stuff, and I'm liking the sound, man. That's pretty cool.
I'm excited to share more of it with the talent contest.
Speaking of the talent contest, what was it like? What was the atmosphere, and what because I've only seen him. I've only seen it as far as on Facebook and stuff. I know that Big Andy's Market has a Facebook, and you can catch him there. I'm plugging him because he's doing something that a lot of people ain't doing, and he's like us. He's trying to get the local talent out there.
Yeah, he's a local business. that is trying to just get folks to come and support local business. It's really hard to get that word out and just to get it to stick. And I challenge each and every one of you. Look, everybody goes to Walmart. Everybody does.
Yeah.
But you don't know what you're missing, folks. I mean, just try Piggly Wiggly. I mean, just go try it. Go local. You know, I just got to say that because, like I said, with the vegetables, I couldn't have. I would have spent $25 easy on all the stuff I would have got that I got for $9 at Big Andy's.
Yeah.
And I got to hear some free music, and everybody that was there did. They've got numerous vendors there, and they want more people. If you got something for sale and you want to have the opportunity to be in a covered building to sell it, talk to Big Andy.
Yeah.
I'm sure
and
he'll do it.
You can catch them on Facebook. I'm not sure what the URL is, but I'm pretty sure it's facebook.com/Big Andy's Market, I'm sure.
Y'all think about how it was 30 years ago. There was the square.
Yeah.
You had, I mean, especially I grew up in Moultrie.
Yeah.
Everything was based around the square. The events and the local shops and stuff, they always were prominent. But Walmart has just sucked everybody's penny.
Yeah.
And, I mean, you're paying for shipping, y'all. You're paying all them truckers. I mean, granted, they work hard and they deserve the money. But if you could buy just a certain amount of things right here in your county that was made here in your county, grown here in your county, or, you know, like me, local entertainment, that money's going to get generated and put right back into this county.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what we've been talking about here on the Mike and Josh show. You know, it starts here. We got to help ourselves. You know, we can get a new mayor and we can get new councilmen.
Occupy yourself.
But we got to help ourselves.
Yeah.
And I've said this before and I'll say it again. We've got to get our head out of our ass.
Yeah.
You know.
That's it.
Don't just walk around and just think somebody else is going to do it for you or, you know, help you out or give you a bailout. No. You know, we got to do it here.
That's right.
Here.
And even if they tell me that I can't play music in any establishment, it don't matter. I'll play in the street. I'll play in the parking lot. You know, you can, if it comes down to it, you know, you can be like that guy I showed on my Facebook page last week. He played guitar like you wouldn't believe. He was homeless in Paris, France.
Yeah.
I mean, it was an older video, but I thought, this guy probably fought his dream, and he ended up in Paris, France, homeless.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. You know, it could be anything.
Yeah.
But I thought, dang, you know, he probably followed his dream and ended up there. Cause he
did it.
Yeah, I mean, and he was fantastic. I mean, he was.
Well, that's like me and a friend of mine. We went to Nashville, Tennessee. You know, and then Dallas Rogers was talking about Nashville, and I took a trip out there just to go down Printer's Alley and the bars and stuff around there, and I got to sing some karaoke out there. But man, some of the, and I say bums, I don't, just some of the homeless people or bums on the street was playing better than some of the people I've seen
that
here.
Were making money.
I'm like, wow. There was this girl. She was like, she had this board. It was probably, what's that, about 3 feet, 3.5 feet.
Yeah.
She had it on her lap, and she was playing the spoons. The spoons. She had like bells screwed to it and different little washboard things. She was clacking, ding, ding, ding. I mean, she was awesome. Good. Awesome. With spoons.
With spoons.
I mean, you know, I would have, and I know they used to do that back in the old days, you know, with the spoons and the boing, boing, doing thing in their mouth. I don't know.
Juice Heart.
Yeah, Juice Heart. You know. But she was kicking ass with that damn board and them bells and washboard. And I'm thinking, dang, if she's got that much talent, what in the world, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like that. And, you know, I'm assuming they've probably went to Nashville following their dream, and that's all they have left is the music.
I got a friend that wants me to move to Seattle.
Yeah.
And it's tempting, too, because there's things going on over there that you just don't know. And, I mean, I'm not going to talk about it because, personally, you know, you just don't talk about that stuff until you know you can.
Yeah.
But there's a bigger music scene there that's tempting. I said, but Flynn, and I'll go ahead and say his name because I hope he's going to listen to this and he'll have to listen for an hour to hear his name called. I just hope that's how it works. Flynn, we love you, buddy. I don't know, unless this thing just absolutely dries up and I get $5,000. I don't see how I'm gonna make it to Seattle, bro.
Yeah, that's a long.
Unless
way.
you buy my bus ticket, no, and then we got to really work. We got to crunch numbers. I got family to feed.
Yeah.
So, but you don't never know. You know, you could win the lottery. You know,
That would be nice.
I mean, I keep saying, 300,000. Buy me a year. Let me
Yeah.
see what a year would do for me.
Yeah,
'Cause I'd pay all my bills. I'd buy the cheapest used Winnebago with whatever engine I could fix all the parts on the
Yeah.
cheapest. And I'd put this little bit of sound I got right here, and I'd go solo. I
Yeah.
would. I'd just go. And I'd try to build up a network of musicians so I could at least have some bands in some of the towns I go to.
heck yeah.
Because, I mean, heck, man. That's why music's changing, man. Everybody's got to have all this digital stuff. People don't even play instruments no more. They go, oh, and they get famous.
Yeah.
And ain't nothing wrong with the music. It's really catchy. But there's no storytelling.
Yeah.
There's no personality.
Well, that's what we was
And-
talking about. Nobody sits down and has the jam session.
No,
anymore.
and like back in the day, everybody played through the same kind of stuff. There wasn't,
yeah.
A country band's guitar amp versus a metal man's. It was all the same. It was Peavey. It was one brand, and it went as loud as it went. It wasn't
Yeah.
well, that's too loud for here. No, it probably wasn't loud enough.
Yeah.
And and everybody. I remember seeing this one tour. They toured Canada in the late '60s, and I mean they all used the same guitar amp. They're all tripping on acid and all this stuff. It looked like fun. They stopped in this one town and they bought. I mean, think about it now: 68, 65, somewhere in there. And this guy goes in this town in Canada and buys all of their alcohol in that town,
Wow.
and they've put it on the train. For Janis Joplin
Yeah.
and the Grateful Dead, and it just there was like 40 different acts on this train. It was just musical acts, and all the fun stuff that rock musicians did. But they all used the same stuff. I
Yeah.
mean, they might have had their acoustic and their guitars, but they all had the same stuff.
Yeah.
And it ain't like that anymore.
Yeah.
You got
Everybody's out to get everybody.
a lot.
Yeah. That's a whole nother show.
And the bad thing is none of them really ain't got nothing against each other. It's just the fact that that person's going to have that venue that you've been trying to get for 6 months or a year. I'm going to call out a venue because I've tried so hard to play at the Rock and Rodeo of Valdosta. I've done 3 or 4 shows there with Down Threat, Triple Vision. I got video of us knocking the bottom out of this place, and they wouldn't give us a gig.
Huh.
They wouldn't give us a night. And I mean, it just aggravates you.
Yeah. Well,
Why?
why?
Why do y'all choose 6 bands and then book them for 2 years? You can't tell me your customers don't notice it.
Well, half of them are probably drunk.
Well, I mean, that's it. That whole everything's so generic nowadays.
Yeah.
It really don't matter. It don't matter how good your guitar player is. Just look at me. I mean, I didn't do anything flashy tonight because that's not going to get anything.
No.
I've been playing like Ted Nugent, Dimebag Darrell, Eddie Van Halen. I've done all that stuff for so long, and people are like, man, you're really, really good. I'm just tired. I don't even want to hear how good I am anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not about how good I am anymore. It's about me just sharing what I do best. We all know.
Nowadays, music's losing its feeling. It loses its
Yeah, I
heart.
mean, and you bet your butt, if I get a chance to get out there and get my song played every 10 minutes, somebody's gonna know the origination of where it originated from.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, that Matt boy, at least he didn't write like them other people did.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, that's one thing.
That's another reason why I like the local scene, because there's so much heart and so much feeling in the music that y'all write, and not everybody, but a lot of times if they make it big, they end up losing the feeling to the big business.
Well, you have to. You got to cater to the masses, and eventually Cincinnati becomes Los Angeles, and Los Angeles becomes London, and before you know it, you don't even know what town you're in. You're just drinking out the bottle, looking at the back of your guitar, checking to see what
Just
town
go,
it is,
yeah.
and you know, the next album, you lose that fire, you know. It's all handed to you on a platter. Then they're giving you so many guitars. Metallica, they came back with that Death Magnetic. And I seen it live. And, you know, I never got to see a Metallica concert until then. And I really hate that I missed their younger years. But what made that album sound so good versus all the loads and the classical symphony stuff, he gave back all the stuff that all these people were shoving down their throats for all these years. My buddy Mark taught me about it. He said, man, that's what made the album good. He picked up his old beat-up guitars and that old half-blown Marshall stack that he'd been playing through since the 1980s, and he wrote another album with it.
Yeah.
And, I mean, you can tell the difference. It sounded so much like they did before the Black Album. And the Black Album was really good. But after that, I mean, you noticed that the flair, it still sounded like Metallica, it still rocked.
Yeah.
But there was a lack of chemistry and fire. And they almost broke up. You know, that St. Anger album was so bad that I almost retired Metallica.
Oh, yeah.
I really did, but I'm glad they come back, and I hope they keep going because they influenced me.
They influenced a lot of folks. And even we had Double Run on here, the bassist. You know, he said Metallica was one of his influence, and that's and they're not really country. They play it kind of like you said. You're not really stuck to one.
And
title.
neither are they. I mean,
know, they're not.
You notice
either.
they played some Bob Seger and Whiskey and a Jarro. They wanted to let it loose too, and that's one thing I give them since the Black Album. You know, they said, you know what, we ain't all metal, and we're gonna do it our style, and I respect that. But when they went in there and started writing again and just went back to their roots, it did it.
Yeah,
it did it.
And that's the history in music for Metallica.
Right.
They're still rocking out.
8 minutes. That's some of the best songs on the album. 8 minutes long.
Heck yeah.
Just like back in the day, boy. You put that song on, you'll be in the next town before it comes off.
Make the ride quicker.
Yeah.
All right, we've been doing this interview with Mathew Williams. You're listening to the Mike and Josh Show. And again, I'm going to throw out the Facebook pages. That's Facebook / the Mike and Josh Show, and also Mathew Williams. You can catch all the stuff there. He's got a YouTube page that's in the works, and
Marfu Rocks.
He's going to get some more stuff on there. I did some stuff with my little $7 camera that I'm sure he's going to like. He's going to be like, I'll pay you 10 for it.
I wore my good shirt too. I'm glad it did.
Yeah, he dressed up. But you're listening to the Mike and Josh. Do you have any last words you want to say, or any shout outs or anything?
Got some shows. If you get to hear this week. Doing Margaritas and Moultrie this Friday the 3rd. Saturday I'll be playing with the Jason Turner Band. I've been with him for about 6 months now. We'll be doing a show at Mulligan's in Remerton. Actually going to be on like a local spotlight, Fox 31 on the 9th. So you can catch that. I'll probably be sharing that on the internet as soon as I get the material. It's like the morning show. I'm doing a wedding on the 25th, but that's kind of private.
Unless you want to crash the party. No.
I think I'm doing another show the 16th of March with Mike Little. It was very successful and very fun. And, man, if you haven't ever had a chance to hear him, he's been doing this as long as I have. He's just as original as they come, just like me. Yeah, you ought to come out and support a hard-working musician, and you get to see us both at the same place. It's like killing two birds with one stone.
Now, if anybody wants to book you or anything, what's your booking information?
Facebook. I'm on there like every day. If not, if I don't get it that day, I'll get it the next day.
Yeah.
I don't mind Yahoo. My cell phone number is 256-3537, area code 229. Now, keep in mind, if it's from 6 to 3 on a weekday, I'm building trailers.
So leave a message.
Yeah, so call me after 4 on the weekdays, and otherwise you can call me anytime. I don't mind. Just don't ask me for money because I ain't got none.
He wants to make money.
I want to make some money.
But
and I'm relatively, look, I know what it's like. I'm not going to tell you $300 for 2 hours because I'm a working man, and I want to make a fair a fair amount of money, but at the same time, I want to make you where you'll tell other people and you'll get me more work. So within
Spread the word.
yeah.
Yeah, 'cause that's what music's about. That's what we're trying to do. We're spreading the word because we got, we've done a rap artist, we've done double run. They're not country, they're not rock. They're just their music is their heart. That's what they do. We've had Dallas Rogers. We got you. I mean, that's just all in the local area.
I seen Dallas Rogers
Yeah.
a few times. He did the Sweet Tater Festival this year
Yeah.
by the Brick Oven. I don't think they could have put another speaker in that little spot.
Yeah. That's another local business, and Osceola, I for them to be a small town, they are trying to do things,
Yeah.
and that's.
If y'all
man.
ever want a piece of pizza and you're in the Osceola Fitzgerald area, and you want to go local, man, try the Brick Oven. Pizza Hut's not gonna notice if you didn't come this week.
No.
Try it out.
Uh-uh.
This guy's got some of the best wings I've ever tried.
Does he
So-
still do the hot wing contest?
Yeah, the first night I ever played at his place, he's like, "Man, I want you to try something." And he pulls out this little plastic cup about this big, and I was like, "Oh, I'll try." I thought it was just gonna be kind of warm, pretty hot. No, I put it. I'm talking about I drizzled a little bit on there, and I do. Man, I couldn't sing for 30, 45 minutes, and I drank. I mean, he literally gave me like 5 glasses of soda. And
Milk.
I mean,
Milk.
yeah, he didn't have any.
No.
It was horrible. I mean, but at the same time, it was a challenge sauce. So when I say horrible, it did its job. It wasn't really meant to be enjoyed. It was meant to test your ability to handle heat.
To feel the burn.
And it's about like habaneros, man. You just don't eat habanero. You can put lime on them all you want. If you eat if you eat more than a little piece of it, you're gonna really regret it. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt bad. And I like hot food.
Well, before we end this show, we've given out your information and everything, and I hope this kind of springs up your solo career and get you some work around here and some parties. And I mean, people are getting it. I'd say for people that does funerals, you can rock them out as they go to heaven.
Believe it or not.
But before we end the show, I want you to play one more song for me, and give me something that you really like to play and it's really cool. And
I'll do a cover for you.
all right, let's hook that up, brother.
We're gonna do an oldie but a goodie.
soon, yeah. Long as I can see the light, long as I can see the light, long as I can see the light, yeah, yeah.
All right, that was Mathew Williams, and you're listening to the Mike and Josh Show. You can catch us live on YouTube at youtube.com/The Mike and Josh Show. You can also catch us at Facebook at www.facebook.com/The Mike and Josh Show. Check us out, get our page, like us, subscribe to us on YouTube. Thanks again, Mathew, for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
And don't forget your local talent. Make sure all the ones that you see on the YouTube with Mike and Josh, you can book them. We have our booking information, their booking information there. So just remember to always go local, no matter if it's music or shopping or anything like that. So you're listening to the Mike and Josh Show, and we'll see you later. Check you out. See you. Bye.